Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Malts and Meeples. I'm your host, Petter, and just making sure I have everything set up, ready to go. Actually, this is bugging me. My apologies. Yes. Now I can lean over the table and it won't block everything. But we're back for some more cricket. ISS Vanguard. Little save sheets, huh? So something I'm never going to use. Sorry. Got distracted there for a second. So last time on ISS Vanguard, we wrapped up the tutorial mission. Well, I say tutorial mission, it's the first mission. We did not play it as a tutorial. We went through, did character setup the very first session, and then last session we wrapped up some of it, and we've completed, well, the first part of the ship book. And that's where we're going to continue this time. I'm going to move the pieces out of the way. And thank you, Pandasaurus, for emailing me in the middle of a stream. By moving the pieces out of the way, I'm going to be able to pull this forward. Before we get to that, I have a jalapeno pineapple margarita mix thing. Yeah. It tastes fine. The issue with jalapeno is sometimes you get a good jalapeno where you really get that heat from it. Other times it just tastes so much like garden that this one leans a little bit more gardeny in its taste. Not quite what I was hoping for. It's kind of like they took a jalapeno, cored it, and used that, not the core, what was left, to make it. But it's 82 degrees outside here in Minnesota. After being, really snowy. So the snow is not all gone at this point. Let's just put it that way. Let's get down to the table before I distract myself even more. So we're going to set this off to the side. We have done docking. Debriefing. If rank up card was flipped to the completed side during the latest planetary exploration, any crew who's on the way team and is still alive checks to see if they meet the criteria showing up on the rank up. And the number of success tokens based on their current rank. If they do, replace the current rank sleeve with the rank sleeve one higher. So I had a feeling I was going to need the rulebook tonight. Let's try page 44 first. Rank up. So we have 3. So then 25 or 13. Let's try 25 next. Promote crew members. Since the rank up card was flipped, the completed side of the planetary exploration, all crew members on the away team replace their rank one sleeve, placing the card back on their crew board. So that's for the tutorial. 13, I think it said, rank up. Like, don't they have one more? SB 24 and SB 27? What the? I'm not sure what SB 24 and 27 are. So, well, either way, it read a little bit oddly, but we're going to move this up here, go to yellow and blue. Definitely had those reversed. Whoops. So for blue, we look for a level 2. Putting back the level 1. And then same with yellow. Here, looking for the yellow level 2 sleeve. This is going to be a little bit slow this time, I won't lie. But hopefully it will give you an idea of how this part of the game works. Take all the success tokens from the lander or the success token slot. You may now buy new dice. Do this, discard a number of success tokens from the success pool equal to the number of dice currently owned by each section. Then each section player takes 1 section die from the box and adds it to their section compartment. If you have enough success tokens, you can buy more or dice more than once during the shipment phase. For example, if each section has 6 dice, you may spend 6 success tokens to buy a new one for each section. Well, we're at 5 dice per character, I believe. I will double check by looking here. It was pretty early on. I already overshoot it. Or undershot it. So yeah, everybody has 5 dice. Which means I go to this bag of dice and ask myself, what do I want to do? think for blue, I'm gonna go with, this will actually help me here. Blue mainly has red. Let's do another red for blue. Yellow is fairly balanced, and I can go up on any of them. I think I want to do blue. Get a wrench symbol. Then for both, well, for pink it looks like they want green. Let's do the DNA symbol. And then the last one of purple. Now I'm going to do a green with a compass symbol. You also sell dice as long as it's not reduced number of dice in section below four. When you sell a die, each section player takes one die from their section compartment and returns it to the box, then adds 4 success tokens to the success pool. So that'd be a way to kind of rejigger how you've built your characters. Uploading. Unload. In any order, resolve the when unloaded effects of any unique discoveries on the lander or found discoveries slot on the planet board. Then move that card to its corresponding slot on page 29 through 30. So we have unique discovery 1. When unloaded, research project RO1. I believe I already have that. Pulled it out a little bit early. RO1. It's in my awaiting section. So I'd already done that, which means we just slot this into here. That was our exotic carbon allotrope. So, once we fill a completed role, there are certain bonuses that we will get. Obviously, we have one unique discovery at this point. We're not going to get any bonuses. Then, flip over here to 32 to the med bay. Take all the med bay upgrade cards out of awaiting. We don't have any. Then, release non-injured crew members. Move any crew members from the away team with no injuries to the awaiting crew section. Oh, of course, I have that one backwards. Tray B. I swear it was marked on here somewhere which tray is which. Because we have a resting crew, recruits, Armory, unavailable equipment. Nothing over there. Recorded planets, facilities, future. Alright, back to the rulebook we go. That's the issue. One issue with this is that well, we've taken care of this all. Oh, to the resting crew. Wow. I can't read. So they go into the resting crew. Away team. Awaiting. Okay. So then you move your injured people, one to the right. 3 injuries would go here, 2, 1. Make a survival check. Then we go to the memorial wall. But it tells us to wipe out everything. So then we head along to the save point. Record your current planet board. It says if you want to skip it, you just go all the way back to the front now. Page 2 and the bridge. Install bridge cards. Take all bridge cards, objective and secondary objectives, tech cards, and bridge upgrades out of the awaiting envelope. We only have research in there, so we can skip that. Generate command and energy pools. Take a number of command tokens. So 2. Assuming I can get rid of these over here. I'm just going to set them off to the side. Well, we used them. There's no penalty token. Place a number of energy tokens. We have medium morale. Doesn't tell us to mess with anything. Check situations. Take all the situation cards of the awaiting and place them nearby. Resolve the effect of each situation card. We don't have any situation cards. Reveal new situation cards. Draw a number of situation cards indicated by your current objective card from the possible situations. So we draw 1 situation card. Always the fun question of where in the world are these specific cards? What size of cards are these? Come on. Shh. Discord. Don't you know I'm playing a game here? Set that down there until we need it. And these are the bridge cards. Secondary objectives, campaign objectives, bridge upgrades. Nope. Rank up, no. Unique discoveries, injuries, events, lander mods. Yeah, they're discoveries. So let's look up situation cards. 45. Start there. Maybe. Ship supplies. You told me situations 45 or SB2 and SB17. There's definitely no situation on 45. Unless it's like in something else. Section compartments, section dice, sectors, ship dividers, ship situations. The ship management card that is used to represent events that happen on ISS Vanguard during the long space travels. That doesn't help me. I want a picture of situation cards. 26 situation cards. They look potentially like bigger cards here. Possible situations. So it says face up above the ship book. So we're going to do that. They need a little bit better way to differentiate some of these. Or whenever it references them, it should specify a slightly better. Prepare the planetary scanner. Return the landing card in the planetary scanner to landing cards B. Okay. Star map. Open the system maps book to the page indicated by the current system book. During this step, you may perform any of the following tasks in whatever order you want and as many times as you want. This step ends once you have placed a landing card in the planetary scanner. If you are unable to perform any other task, you are unable to and fly to a new system, choose a new outbound system from those listed, and pay the energy cost and visit destinations. So before I get into that any further, let's get that ship book, or that planetary exploration book, systems maps book back. So, we'll spend energy to fly from here over to here, and I need to turn up the volume.
Captain's log. Entry D211.
Good luck away, team. As we sped toward the closest system marked on the builder's star map, Vanguard launched an FTL probe back toward Earth to relay all the knowledge we'd gathered so far. However, it may take years before it reaches our homeland, and the mission might be long concluded before we receive an answer. We're truly alone now, barreling into the unknown, the farthest human-made object in the galaxy. We only have ourselves to count on. I've ordered the section leaders to prepare their crews for anything. We nearly lost one full away team. I do not want to repeat the same mistakes. After all, who knows what awaits us at our new destination?
Go to page 3. Current system bookmark. To bookmark the page.
Captain's log. Entry 213.
The landing on the Eye of the Void laid bare 2 key facts. First, our landers will face unpredictable threats. Second, even a short scouting mission can leave the away team stranded for weeks. During our long flight to TOI-2C, we had plenty of time to put our leading researchers and engineers to work, addressing these weaknesses as section leaders prepare their crew for another ground mission. I hope things will go smoother than last time. Unfortunately, the first long-range scans of planets in the system revealed something troubling.
As you can see from the system map, there are several destinations available to you now. Since this is your first space travel, instead of following the rules of the Star Map ship book further, simply follow these steps. In your systems, read the description for TO-12C Pellucid. That is where you will land next. TO-12C Pellucid. This is going to be our first landing on a planet marked by the builders. We need to gain insight into the origin and effects of the calamity that destroyed this planet. Landing costs 1. Place landing card. L1 in your planetary scanner. I don't see any conditions. Sure I didn't accidentally toss it into the wrong section. Oh, planet cards. So assuming L1 Pellucid. Getting this loosened up. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would do the trick. There's just a tiny bit of glue. So, the purpose of this component is to make it easy for you to reveal any part of the information. Sorry, I gotta get rid of these dice. Contained on landing cards. The parts you'll pay for using your energy. Find L1 landing card. Do not read it yet. The information on the front of the landing card is secret and divided into 3 segments. Large energy costs on the back. Insert. Reveal the first one. Pay 1. So we're paying 2 energy basically to reveal the whole of this card. Which actually have it kind of lined up nicely there. Flip the scanner and reveal results. Should see all 3 text segments. Briefing. Do not read until instructed. Read the text. Landing orbital debris. What symbol is that? I don't know. Frequent checks are strength and mining, biomes, danger, shield, and compasses advise for solar flares. That's it for now. Planet Pellucid is always the second step in the campaign, but after that you'll be able to fly anywhere you wish, finding more planets and interesting objects on your own. Close and store your system map books. You will soon continue ship movement, but keep following hints in mind on your first playthrough. When faced with the choice a facility to activate, barracks and production complex are always good first moves, as they give you additional crew members and some starting equipment. The actual landing will happen after you progress through more shipbook steps that will include preparing your lander for the mission, choosing and equipping your away team. When equipping the away team, you will also build your own deck of section cards. If you're not sure what cards to take, you may use the pre-constructed 10 cards from the basic deck by taking all rank 1 cards from the section of the white bar. First designated save spot of the campaign is after the Pellucid landing. If you cannot play that long, you may leave the game as long as it is now and later restart. Now, open your ship book to page 6, ship facilities, and continue ship management. So I think this is one of the things that has changed is you choose a facility. Spend 1 command token from the ship facilities, the diagram below, and go to the indicated page of the ship book. After resolving all that page, return here. Once you have used all command tokens or no longer want to activate any facilities, proceed to step 2. So, they told me, like, barracks and production. So we're going to start with production, spending 1, looking for page 12. Page 13 is where production projects are placed that are ready for production. 14 consists of 3 rows. The top row is used for production upgrades. The bottom 2 rows are for production queues. At the start of the campaign, only 1 production queue is available. Gain new production projects. Take all of them out of a waiting envelope and insert them into the empty ready for production slot on page 13. We don't have any. Install upgrades. Take all production upgrade cards out of the awaiting envelope and insert them into a production upgrade slot. Move all 1 to the right. Whenever it moves right from stage 3, take it out and flip it over. Start Choose any number of production projects and place them on the listed starting slots of any available production queue on 14. So, section tools. I'll read these. ISS Vanguard was only meant to safely reach the divine coordinates and establish first contact. If we're going to explore more alien worlds, we need additional equipment for our away team. So lander mods, equipment, and production projects. There. We could do improve Vanguard systems. Our long trek to the Eye of the Void and our first mission gave us many ideas on how to improve our new home. Bridge upgrades, lander mods, facility upgrades. Heavy mission equipment. The studies of various planets will likely require us to employ a wide range of heavy mission equipment. Advanced section tools. Too many times our away team faced tasks they were barely able to handle. These new tools should help us easier solve the challenges. So, production and equipment. I am not sure which one I want to do here because, basically all of them give us good stuff. I like liner mods and equipment, which would be section tools. I'm going to go... Yeah, we're just going to start with the basic one. Okay, and tells us production queue. So 20%, 60%, 90%. We have production upgrade slots there. So are we limited, potentially, in how much we can upgrade? So I may assign available crew members to work in assembly. Choose a production project page, assign available crew member who convert icons matches. So if we go to the resting crew here, it's any symbol, so I can really pull in any character. To help with that. Then move the card one to the right. Whenever a project moves so I'm going to use 2. Okay, I want to read quick on boost production here. Boost? Nope. Production should have production project 44. It's just going to be a little bit of text, maybe. Oh, SB. Shipbook. So it doesn't tell me So basically, my understanding of this would be that now I can't use them for anything else. I need a third one. Doesn't really matter who it is. So I just basically forced production to happen really fast on this one. Section tools. All right. These basic tools should help our away team deal with the unexpected. Hopefully, as our knowledge progresses, we will be able to create more of them. Move the following cards from the lander mods to the awaiting envelope. Lander mods. A 1, 2, and 3. And then equipment to the armory. 1, 2 ones, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So that is going to go into our armory. Well, let's talk about what we just got for our armory here. We have a med kit, 2 med kits, portable AI, a jetpack, construction arm, and adrenaline shot. So it looks like these are, some of them stick around for a little bit. The adrenaline shot is a use it and then return it. So we have that equipment now. And then we're looking to take production projects and add 4 and 5. So 5 to our waiting. I think I maybe accidentally had additional one in there. Let's see, record the planets, production. And then, as far as I can tell, I can just drop this back in here. So you can potentially queue up a number of things in here. So I did get some equipment. Told me, so now I'm done there. Return to page 6. So I go barracks, recruit, train, and transfer crew members. Situation or research. I do want to research because I have some in there. Take all research projects from awaiting. I have 2 of them, which is why I want to do them. So just continuing along the top here. Pay the discovery cost of any one research card and take it from its slot. If there are any other research projects on page 9 that share the same keyword in the top right, bio builders and materials. To pay the costs, take the required discovery cards from gathered discoveries. Tray B, and return them to discoveries, tray A. Well, at this point in time, my gathered discoveries is empty. Boost. You may assign available crew members to do lab work. Choose a slot on page 9 and assign available crew members whose convert icons match the ones printed. Then pay the discovery cost of the research project in the chosen slot. Take the card, flip it, resolve the text, and remove it from the game. Weird. Oh, so like this one is free. Builders, analyze the message. This one requires one microorganism. This one requires one material. So looking at this, I need somebody with a computer and DNA. I don't have anybody with a DNA. Oh, never mind. I can do that one for free. You know, like free says. Analyze the data recovered from the message to help us better understand what the builders were attempting to tell us. I feel like we maybe did this accidentally already.
Research log 1-8Z.
When analyzing the message, we discovered that the order in which the builders placed worlds on their list wasn't accidental. Though at a different distance from the Eye of the Void, they form an ideal chain for gravitational slingshots to accelerate the journey through them. Using this information, we were able to develop an idea for an improved bridge star map, which would make our journey more efficient. But there was also one thing that began to greatly disturb some members of the security section. The Earth was too far from the Eye of the Void for our 20th century radio and TV broadcasts to reach it. It had to intercept them in some other way. We believe the most likely answer is the builders left an object hidden deep in our solar system. We have sent an FTL probe with a message to Earth, advising them to look for this hidden observer, but it will take a long while for the probe to reach them. On a more private note, I noticed a worrying trend. Some crew members are growing increasingly obsessed with the builders and their plans.
Move. Bridge upgrade. B07 and put it in the awaiting envelope. Kind of like this envelope system. I mean, it's fairly benign. I'm just tossing stuff in there. But it's basically saying set stuff aside. Ship situations. Future situations. S11. And shuffle it into possible situations. Tells us what it is. The Builder's Cult. So we do not know when we will draw it out. But at some point in time, that is going to come up for something for us to deal with. So we've completed that. We go back to page 6. Ship management. Discard any energy and command remaining. We have none. So let me take out the lander mods. So we did. Place all success tokens remaining in the pool into the token bag. We already did that. Place all situation cards above the ship into the awaiting envelope. Go to page 18, hangar. So install new landers. We have none. Install lander mods. Take all lander mod cards out of the awaiting. Okay, we have them. Empty spot on page 21. Structural. Structural. And structural. Repair. We don't have anything face down. Choose a lander. We only have one. So, looking over here, it recommends the heavy armor structure. And then go to page 23. So, if there's a planet record sheet of your current planet in the recorded planets B tray, dispose of it. Clean up the planet board. Forgot to return my research project. 24. Return all points of interest. Zero zeros. Let's get these in order. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9. P. Nine. 6. 5. 1, 2. I did accidentally do. No, there are gaps. Seemingly intentionally. Prepare the away team. So these guys that I've spent are not, I would say, available to me. They were busy working on the ship. So we're looking for strength, or pickaxes, and solar flares. So then, alright, so then in our resting crew, we return them, And now that's going to beg the question of which sections do we want to take? Recon, science, engineering, or security? Now I'm going to swap out yellow for purple. So I'm going to take these two with me. So with yellow, start there. We will not start there. They literally were the ones I just took out. So we'll start with blue. Set up our dice structure. I like to face them so I know what the combos I have are. Got a shield die and strength die. Tells us that could be useful. And he synergizes off of red. Easy call to place him there. And we'll come back and do a tiny bit more here in a second with him. So I shouldn't really close that up. And then science. Compass. Generic. Wow, we have one more. We have 5, 4, 4. You should not have an extra die. We did not have enough to pay for them to go up. Wait, I took the shield one. Generic. Come back. That's okay. So then, with that, we need to get their charges set up. Both of them had 3 charges. She can draw cards from her deck. He can refresh 1 die more when resting and draw an additional card. And now we get to build the card decks. Both of these are level 1, which means that they can only take level 1 cards. So with that, I do have over the number of cards. I like that one. Reroll is good. 3. I want to get discoveries. I like re-rolling. Don't have enough red dice to make that worth it. So we're going to leave those red dice ones behind. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. And I think we're going to go through the landing steps here. For blue, again, a level 1 character. So this is the whole deck from last time. I am going to pull out the 2 dodges because those aren't that useful when you only have the 1 green die. So we'll set down there. So once we've completed the landing, that's going to feel like a decent time to wrap up. We haven't gotten to another planet yet. I'm not too surprised. I really didn't expect to. But each crew member gets to pick something to add in. We don't know enough about this. Load the lander. Place them face up on the table. Each crew member of the away team selects one small equipment. We don't have any small equipment. All of these are other equipment that are going to go with the lander, I believe. Then choose the number of personal and mission equipment cards up to the limit depicted on the load section in the top left of your lander. Oh, so we can take 4 of these. I'm going to take a med kit for sure. I'll lay them out. I'm going to lay them out over here so we can keep track of them as we play. Med kit, construction arm, an adrenaline shot, and you know what? Another med kit. I'm going prepared with a lot of med kits. And we have no mission upgrade equipments. Place a marker on the appropriate supply track. So we're on default. You can't see this on screen, but we have 6 supplies. What that means is we can refresh our dice up to 6 times before needing to get off planet. If we can't make it off planet after that, well then our poor crew members, they're going to be stuck down there. That might not be fully true, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Strap in. Check the upper part of the landing cards. It gives us a briefing.
Vanguard, this is the away team. We are en route to the designated landing zone. All systems nominal. Uplink stable. We should be past the outer layer of debris right about... Oh, wow.
My God.
You seeing this, Vanguard?
Crystal clear, away team. It seems like the long-range scans were right. The planet is gone. If you see no clear approach vector, you have permission to abort.
No, some pieces of the crust look large enough for a touchdown. And we detect anomalous structures among the debris. We could take a look.
Anything you bring back will be invaluable, away team. Just don't bite off more than you can chew. There are plenty of other worlds on our list.
Copy that, Vanguard. Plotting the landing path.
Important. This planet introduces the lander, landings, and limited supplies to the campaign. On the lander board, place a marker on the starting space indicated with an S. Your progress towards the planet's surface. Roll the danger die. I'm not sure what against. So nothing there. We're going to back it up. Don't look at that yet. So we're rolling against A. Maybe. Gain a wounded injury. Okay, we have to look up landings here. Figure out precisely how they work. Landing card, 38. Time track. So I feel like there's a landing card that we should be looking at here. Landing cards. All right. Let's look into this further. Start at the very beginning because that shows me all the cards. Crew boards, blah, 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 blah. So I actually want to go here to make sure there isn't anything that says, talks about landing. Landers and landing mods. Let's look at this. 3 stats. Aha. Or on other. Progress at 1. So then we repeat the process. Blank. Other. Was it blank? Yeah. And one more. Hopefully. Blank. Other. You safely arrived at destination. That could be a tweak to the app. I think that would work well. This planet introduces leads and discoveries. Read them in Chapter 3 of the real book. Threatening injuries. Fourth injuries will force an evac. 4 and 5. And to page 24, where we begin our planetary exploration, except we will not be beginning our planetary exploration right now. We'll be wrapping up for tonight. So, thank you so much for joining with me. I mean, that took an hour and 10 minutes to get through kind of the ship book the first time. My hope is additional times it's going to go faster. There's definitely interesting choices to be made here. Like, I did that research. I got some equipment, things like that. But once you kind of get into the flow of it, you're going to be able to look and be like, okay, I have stuff for this one. I want to load it in. So, like, what am I awaiting on? What's in the awaiting bag? Do I want to do those? Do I have stuff that I can progress with that? I had fun with that. It's a different type of the game. I think the exploration is going to be the most fun part of the game. Going to a planet and being like, okay, what's here? But on the flip side, this kind of management of the ship adds an additional element that a lot of games are missing. Like Stars of Ikarios gives you like some resources that you're tracking for your ship, but it's very basic. This, it's a whole lot more in depth. I get to make decisions that will impact my ship forever. And how I deal with things is going to lower and raise morale and give you some interesting things. So it feels like it's taken parts of Gloomhaven, like with your reputation, and added it in there as well. But with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this content. I hope that you enjoyed this part of the ship phase. If you did, give the video a thumbs up or leave a comment. If you want to know when I go live for my other videos, well, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to be playing ISS Vanguard. But on Mondays, I play some other board game. Last Monday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, always 8:30 p.m. Central, it was Planet Unknown. I might actually go back to that one again because I had that much fun playing it. It's a good solo game. Like, I could sit down and play it again right now, no problem. I also have Roll to the Top. That might be one that I look at. But besides that content, I also have a couple different other spots that I create content for. The big one being nerdologists.com. That's kind of the main spot I put out content, written articles on board games, other things, nerdy things like that. The whole idea is that I get to experiment and check out a whole lot of different nerdy things, whether it's checking out a new anime, going watching a movie, watching a TV show, reading a book series, diving into some comics, or a lot of times board games, where I then can tell you about it so you know if it is going to be right for you. Because a lot of nerdy hobbies, they're expensive. And yeah, it's fun to get into them, but it's hard to at times because is it going to be worth the cost for you? That's what I'm hoping to help with nerdologists.com. I also have a podcast that I do. This one is focused on Marvel. 10-Minute Marvel is the name of the podcast. And it is about, in particular, Marvel movies and shows, the MCU. But we also do cover comics and talk about the things that we're reading there, or comic book characters we want to see brought in to the MCU that haven't been there yet. That comes out every Tuesday. So if you want a Marvel podcast, definitely check that out. But with that, bottoms up. Wait, no, not quite yet. I talked about what times I go live. I don't always get the videos posted ahead of time for like upcoming streams. So the simplest way to know that I go live is to subscribe and click that notification bell. That is going to let you know. And honestly, the more this channel grows, the more content that I can potentially do. And the more, like, I'm starting to think about giveaways and stuff like that for some things. So if this can grow, there's a chance for that. But with that, bottoms up.